Hi, this is Anna Sorzik with Pheasants Forever and Quail Forever, and I want to talk to you today about what to do with your pollinator habitat planting kit once you get it in, and maybe how to pick out a spot on where to plant it. And so once you get your kit, you'll notice that there's 3 different species in there. One that's blooming early, mid, and late. And these species will vary depending on where you live. So we wanted to pick out species that were native to your area. So these will vary depending on if you're in the western, eastern, or central part of the US. You can add these plants into existing pollinator plots that you already have, or maybe even create a new little spot yourself. Here today, I'm gonna add in some new plants, actually right next to the garden that we have. And this will help bring in native pollinators to help pollinate your garden as well, to produce more fruits and veggies. So on average, 1 out of every 3 bites of food you eat is there because of a pollinator. Along with these plants, creating a great habitat for pollinators, they also can create really good habitat for upland birds and also songbirds as well. Some things to think about as you're also picking out your plot is the sun requirement. So most of these wildflowers that you're going to be getting in are going to require at least part sun for half the day to full sun throughout the full day. And then you need to look at sizing. How much space do you need? So some of these plants you can plant as close to a foot apart, or you can space them out as well too, depending on how landscaped you want the area to look. Then you need to make sure as you plant them to look at how tall that they're gonna get. Some of these are only gonna get a foot or 2, and some might get 3 or 4. So just keep that in mind as you're picking out spots to plant your native wildflowers. So after you've picked out a perfect size requirement and space to put in your new wildflowers that you're getting, you're gonna need to make sure you have proper site prep done, which can be done in a few easy steps. You're gonna need to make sure that you have a clean seed bed. So you're gonna wanna make sure you eliminate all of your existing vegetation, and then removing any of that residual. So if you have some existing vegetation that you either have to use herbicide to take off or mow it down and disc it, you need to make sure you have a clean seed bed after that, and then you're gonna be ready to plant. And so you'll notice that each of your wildflowers is gonna have an ID tag. That's gonna let you know what species these are. It's gonna go through all of the requirements that this plant has, how much sun it needs, the space requirement, and also how tall it is. So all of that information is gonna be right here on this tag for you. And this will be just as easy and simple as planting your garden. You can kind of squeeze the sides here to pop out your plant. And you'll notice that a lot of these have a lot of roots going on here. So you can break those up just a little bit and then dig a quick hole that is just as deep as my root system is for the plant. So we're gonna wanna make sure that once you plant these in, that the top of the ground is level with the top of the roots here. Set in your plant, and then you can break up some of this dirt and push that in all around the plant. And once you're done and you have this planted in, make sure to press along the sides, and that's gonna remove any air pockets that are in there that could potentially dry out your roots. And you are done. Just know that the first year, as this is in the middle of summer here, these will need some water to keep them from drying out during this first year as their root systems get established. Then year 2 and 3, you're not gonna need to water these as they're native wildflowers, and they will have a lot deeper root structures that'll be able to pull water from further down in. I hope this video has helped you choose your site and how to plant your wildflowers once you get them in, and we hope you have a great pollinator week.